All right, everyone. Here we are with another video to invest for tomorrow. To all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after these chart analysis and the ticker symbols we're about to discuss, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that you won't want to miss, as well as the opportunities that we found this morning over at the Discord. And if you want to become part of that, you're more than welcome to join us to know what stocks I watch daily. I look for 5 to 10% on a regular day, 10 to 20% is a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So, TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources, has shot up. Now, this is looking like a short squeeze forming, as well as retail investors actually piling in because of all the speculation and hype with the dividend payments and the merger, right, of TRCH going on. Now, those two catalysts have driven up the price, but I believe some shorts have had to cover within this run unless retail came this strong, and the next step is actually for the squeeze to start. Or it's already happening, right? So if it is going to squeeze, shorts will have to cover the higher this goes and the stronger this continues to push up. So that is a big deal going into tomorrow and even the following days. We're going to have to see how it plays out, and also the so-called dividends, right? How is this going to react after that, before that, a few hours before that, or during that? Like, what's going to happen? That's like the biggest speculative play right now about this. But then there's also a possible short squeeze, which the rumors give it. Now, it's currently shot up. Now, another ticker symbol that is right now Reddit's favorites, and it's in the possible run of a small squeeze or actually turning into a gamma squeeze, is the ticker symbol WISH. Okay, WISH is actually pushing upwards. It already jumped up from $7 all the way to highs here of 15, came back down. It hit lows of $9, and it's been moving upwards. And here it is taking off, and in post-market hitting newer highs. If we change this to 30-minute time frames, you could see it there, how it's been running. It consolidated, had strength, and going upwards. Now, this is definitely a stock I will be watching going into tomorrow very closely, and how it continues to play out. A lot of investors believe this is going to squeeze towards 20, even up to $30 per share. I look forward to seeing your thoughts on this one, on how you feel about it, and do you think the squeeze started or it's just begun? That's one of the biggest things I want to ask every single investor. Now, based off of today's price action so far in the post market, the highest point was 1434, excuse me. 1434 needs to be broken through and turn into a support to reach newer highs and newer levels of resistance. If that is accomplished, the next resistance level is up here at 1629, and a midway point, since we were using 1432 and it already broke through that in post market and created its own resistance level, I would use this as a midway point, $15. I would just round that down to $15 and watch that closely to see if the bulls can continue to push this up to reach newer highs and make shorts cover. Now, in regards to TRCH, we want to go ahead and look at this. It's been pushing up, and look how quickly it fell a little bit here in the post market. So this is showing you how volatile this is. And if this continues to pull downwards, which we still have about 2 hours till the market closes, that could show you investor sentiment going into tomorrow, or some investors are just locking in profits, right? Hit lows here of about $10, and a little bit below that, it can actually continue to pull down towards the 990s, the 980s, and so forth. So that is something to be aware of. Now, the resistance level that the bulls need to break through is 1169 to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and continue this bullish rally to newer highs and pull it further away from the 50-day moving average. So this will be interesting tomorrow. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's worth holding through the dividends or selling before the dividends? And do you think a short squeeze has begun, or it's actually already happened in this run? And if it's begun, how high do you think it could go? I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. These are the top 2 stocks right now with possible short squeezes to continue or start. And these are being talked about the most in all the different forums on Reddit and different platforms of social media. I look forward to seeing how you feel about it. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I'm going to share with you guys a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, as well as the opportunities that were found over at the Discord. And if you want to become part of that and you want to know what stocks I look at daily every single morning, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. Stay tuned. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I found out about not too long ago. It actually IPO'd recently, and this is a huge company that's going to be a big competitor, or is one of the biggest competitors to YouTube. Now, it's nowhere near it, and it has a lot to grow and go for itself to catch up to it, but it does have a large user base, and it has a subscription service, making it very enticing for a growing company of revenue and net profits in the future. Now, before we look at this chart and we look at what ticker symbol it is, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I found this morning and shared with the members over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses, and discuss about other stocks in the stock market as well, beyond just what I'm watching in the Talk Stocks group. So here we are with MNOV. This was one of the first ones I was watching at 512. This pulled back and gave small jumps of 3 to 5%, but it was pretty stagnant for the rest of the day, our worst performer of the list, but it did give small jumps of 3 to 5%. Now AEI, we caught this one at 737. We're going to look at the chart in just a moment. And EARS, we caught this one at 380. Now, I want you guys to be aware that these stocks moved pretty fast, and this is why timing and execution is everything, and it happens within minutes sometimes, and sometimes it takes hours. That's why you can't have that instant gratification, but you also can't be slow to move. And sometimes later in the day, there's even better opportunities or just as good if you're patient, right? It doesn't always work out that way, but this is one of them. AEI, we caught this one at 737, pulled back to 691 and shot up to 763, giving a highest point of 10% plus. And that was within the first 20 minutes of the opening market. So we started watching it. It was actually pulling back, right, from those highs, and it was kind of consolidating, went into further weakness and jumped up. Now, it went back into further weakness at these lows here, gave another 5% jump here, pulled back and gave another 10%. So within just 3 hours almost, it gave, or about 2 hours and a half, it gave a total of 25% opportunities between the two 10% and the 5% opportunity. It's all about timing and execution here. Now, the other ticker symbol is EARS. We caught this one at 380, and this is one that moved pretty quickly within the first 15 minutes. Almost 10 minutes actually to 15 minutes, and it gave us an 8% plus opportunity. Now, after that jump, it pulled back down and it actually gave another 10% plus opportunity here. So that's why it's all about the first couple of minutes. The further into the day, the higher the risk, because it's not guaranteed to have this type of move, and you could see the rest of the day it just started to stagnate and sit sideways, right? So it's all about catching this with execution and timing, but the opportunities are there and we look for them daily. 5 to 10% is a regular day, 10 to 20% is a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. If that's something that interests you and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. Now, before we look at the ticker symbol, I want to share with you guys, a lot of you guys may be asking yourselves, what is this? Well, this is just my drawing that It does not have to move exactly the same as it is drawn out. If it is going in that direction of having newer drops, new peaks, newer drops, newer peaks, basically newer lows, newer highs, newer lows, instead of newer highs, newer lows, which is actually when a stock is going up, hitting a newer peak every time upwards. Well, what I'm looking for is if there's going to be a drop every time and the peaks are getting weaker and weaker, like we caught last time in the last correction that was forming. Now, there's two things that are going on here right now based off how the whole entire S&P 500 is moving, because everything that it lost almost last week in the last several days of the week, it's almost already gotten it back. So what I'm really looking for is a pullback, another spike, and another pullback, and that's going to give me not confirmation that we're going into a huge correction or crash, but we are in the middle of it and it could go further, right? Because right now this is the peak previously and this is the new peak. So now if we get another drawing that comes back and then it pops back up and it pops right back down like how I have drawn out here, and this is the new peak, the next peak will be the next weakness, that's the next new peak, and then we're resembling the correction that went on here. And if you look back at this correction, it had big jumps, big drops, big jumps, big drops. So this big jump could be the next big drop. We have to see. It's not confirmed, but I'm watching this carefully, and there's nothing wrong with corrections. They're normal. They hurt portfolios in the short term, but they are buying opportunities for the stocks you really liked or you were watching, or even to keep your average cost down on your high conviction stocks. This is where opportunities are formed, right? Every bull run is in every setback, right? Every pullback, right? A lot of people call them setbacks. I don't like to look at them like that. They're pullbacks that are setups for the next bull run. So that's the setup. Every time a stock goes back, the stock market or anything in general, those are opportunities. Because on Friday, as this was pulling back, yes, there was uncertainty and doubt of could this go back up or would it continue? If it continued, the more you double down, at some point there would be some spike like this, like it happened, which it didn't even have to take several days. It just went from Thursday, Friday, last Wednesday, and then all of a sudden Monday already jumped back up. Now the question is, will it pull back down? But that jump back up, a lot of investors are swing trading and making big bucks of anywhere from 3 to 5% on small jumps, 5 to 10% on some bigger ones, and home runs are 10, 20, 30% jumps off of that swing trade of that pullback. Now, it is risky, but it is something to be aware of. So what's the stock you want to add to your watch list that's a competitor to YouTube? It is VIMEO, and the ticker symbol is VMEO. This stock is tremendous when it comes to its growth potential. Now, the earnings is not as strong as it could be. It's still small, has so much room to grow that it makes it enticing to be aware of and watch carefully. Now, the lowest point that it reached after IPOing at the beginning of June was $38. So that's really what I'm looking for. The stock right now is kind of sideways and it seems to be consolidating within this channel, but I would like to see this go even into further weakness, getting closer to $40, and if it gets closer to 38 and breaks through it, making the opportunity even larger. So this is a stock I have my eye on, and I'm going to be watching not just this week, not next week, not just this month, not next month, the rest of the year, and the opportunities are going to get bigger and bigger the more it pulls back before it actually becomes profitable and continues to prove itself. But it's one of the largest when it comes to being a competitor of YouTube. It's nowhere near it, and I don't think it will ever get as large as it, but it will get its piece of the pie, guys. If you do your research and look up competitors or platforms similar to YouTube, this is one of the top ones on the list usually, and I'm still doing more research on the company and everything about them. But right now at these prices, it's kind of speculative because it doesn't really give you enough insight. It's too soon, but there's nothing better than to have a stock on your watch list early, and even if it pulls down further or goes up higher, to actually have time to research it and understand it. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on the stocks I mention here on the YouTube or any of my platforms. I'm just here to align you guys on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, and why I believe they're an opportunity. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.